Miss Carroll, did you have any animals to tend to? Any farm responsibilities when you visited Ms. Rebecca?
Ms. Rebecca believed that it was very important for me to have some duties. And I was so fascinated by these huge animals. They were called hogs, and I think still are. But she said it would be very good for me to try to feed them, that I would learn something by trying. It was absolutely filthy, you know, the mud and the this and that. And then she scrubbed me down. But every day I recognized that she was giving me something to do, which I'm feeding the chickens, because she had huge chicken coops. And there was a way that was just, it was musical, throwing the corn, and they would come out. And then the business of getting them back into the chicken coop. You go back into the coop first, and you seduce them, really, back into the chicken coop. And also there was this business of, there's a fox. Yes. I hear a fox outside, and my grandmother could grab that shotgun. And my uncle was by her side at all times, because they would take the chickens and so on and so forth. Because on this farm there were horses, cows, hogs, chickens, and I think that's all. And she grew corn, tobacco, cotton, and she cured primarily tobacco. She also sold the hogs. It was a very fascinating time for me, called hog killing time. And they killed the hog because he was placed into it was built exactly to the size of the hog, and then he was backed into, and then it's cruel, but they lived off of the land. They lived off of everything that was around them. It was not. And then
gunshot.
Right. And then he's removed, this hog is removed, and because of the way my grandmother and my uncles had learned that the animal needed to bleed, he was placed into a tree, I think a trunk of the tree or something, was placed from jaw to jaw, and then it went into the huge tree, and then the hog was slit down the center with all of the big pots of boiling water to receive everything that was coming from the hog. I was fascinated by this. My mother thought I would be repelled. I was absolutely fascinated by it. I'd never seen anything like this. So always I wanted to go back at hog killing time, because it was not necessarily during my vacation, my summer vacation. And there were women from all over the community, women who came, who dealt with the chitlins that came out of the, that's the intestine.
Yes.
And the, each section of the hog was tended to by a group of women from over there, a group of women from over there. And it was great fun running from table to table, learning what they were doing. And they had great fun explaining to me what they were doing. And, oh, wait until you taste it, Diane. It's going to be so wonderful. And it was always fun. It was always, I didn't realize how serious it was, because this was their winter food.